Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Sevan, pursuing my first year BE in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, the branch of CSC Cyber Security. Today, I'm going you to give a brief introduction to the topic corrosion. Like what is corrosion, what are its types, its preventing methods, etc. Now let us first know about what is corrosion. Corrosion. Corrosion is one of the most common phenomenon that we observe in our daily lives. You must have noticed that some of the objects made up of iron covered with an orange or reddish brown colored layer at some point in the time. The formation of this layer is the result of the chemical process known as rusting, which is a form of corrosion. Now, let us know about the factors which affect the process of corrosion. Firstly, exposure of the metals to air containing gases like CO2, SO2, SO3 affect the process of corrosion. Exposure of metals to moisture, especially salt water. Presence of impurities like salt, for example, NaCl, on the surface of the metals. Temperature. Temperature, where an increase in temperature increases the process of corrosion. Nature of the first layer of the oxide form. Some oxides like Al2O3 form an insoluble protecting layer that can prevent further corrosion. Others like rust easily crumble and expose the rest of the metal. Presence of an acid in the atmosphere. Acids can easily accelerate the process of corrosion. Now, let us know the forms of corrosion. First one is differential metal corrosion, differential aeration corrosion, waterline corrosion, and pitting corrosion. Differential metal corrosion. A differential aeration cell causes corrosion of metals as a result of formation of an oxygen concentration cell, which is caused by an uneven supply of air on the metal surface. This uneven level of oxygen creates an anodic and cathodic sites in the concentration cell. A differential aeration cell is also known as an oxygen concentration cell. You can see the diagram from your left side. The next is waterline corrosion. Waterline corrosion is a type of oxidation process that can happen to materials in contact with the water. Waterline corrosion occurs when one portion of the base material is submerged in the water and the another portion of is in contact with air. This creates a difference of the amount of oxygen in contact with the material's surface above and below the waterline and results in a corrosive reaction. The next one is the pitting corrosion. Pitting corrosion is a type of a corrosion that attacks a local area of a metal and eventually leads to the formation of holes in the metal. Pitting corrosion can lead to stress corrosion, cracking. An example which collapse of a silver bridge in West Virginia, USA happened in 1967. This type of corrosion generally occurs when a small area is affected by environment and becomes anodic. Meanwhile, another area in the metal acts as cathode. This leads to a type of galvanic corrosion which begins at the surface of the metal but can spread downwards and eventually lead to the structural failure of the metal. Now, let us talk about the differential aeration corrosion. Differential aeration corrosion is a type of corrosion that occurs when oxygen concentrations vary across a metal surface. The varying concentration of oxygen creates an anode and a cathode on the metal's surface. Oxidation then occurs because an anode and a cathode have been established on the surface. In a differential aeration corrosion, the area with the lighter or higher oxygen concentrations becomes the cathode. The area with the lower oxygen concentrations becomes the anode. Consequently, the portion of the metal that has the lower oxygen concentration is the portion subjected to corrosion. Now, let us see the prevention of corrosion. Preventing corrosion is of utmost importance in order to avoid huge losses. The majority of the structures that we see and use are made up of metals. While this is a concerning issue where several treatments are used to slow or prevent corrosion from damage to metallic objects. This is especially done to those materials that are frequently exposed to the weather, salt water, acids, or other hostile environments. Some of the popular methods to prevent corrosion include electroplating, galvanization, anodization, passivation, biofilm coatings, anti-corrosion protective coatings, painting and greasings, use of corrosion inhibitor or drying agents, periodic cleaning of metal surface. Thank you everyone. Please do not forget to like and subscribe my channel.